Another magnificent day at Lake Ruataniwha in Mackenzie Country for the 2024 Aon Maadi Regatta. Our next race is the A final, the boys under 18 single sculls, to determine who is the best overall male rower at this year's regatta. It is a full field, it is a quality field. Tauhara College out of Taupua, lane 1. Tauranga Boys College will start in lane 2. St Thomas of Canterbury in lane 3. Timaru Boys High School in 4. The Might of Kashmir will start in 5. Maclean's College out of Auckland in lane 6. John McGlashan College in lane 7. Wakatipu High School in lane 8. Representing Tauhara in lane 1 will be Joseph Williams. It'll be Jamison McConaughey for Tauranga Boys College in lane 2. Carter Baxter will represent St Thomas in 3. It'll be Josh Bartlett representing Timaru Boys. Jimmy Middleditch will represent Kashmir. James Dimock, Maclean's College. Matthew O'Meara will represent John McGlashan. And it'll be Toby Tregeger, my apologies,
you're right,
from Wakatipu, who will start in lane 8. Alongside of me, we have one of New Zealand greats.
Oh, you settle down.
Oh, come on, Alex. You told me to say that. Yes, Alex Kennedy alongside of me, folks. Alex, running your eye over this field of 8. I mean, you could throw a blanket over 3 or 4 of them, I guess, as we do look at the Kashmir rower, Jimmy Middleditch.
Yep, young Jimmy, silver medalist at the South Island Secondary Schools. Behind the man right to his left is Bartlett from Timaru Boys. Bartlett was in the bronze in the pair and I think about 4th or 5th in the quad yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see what his recovery routine's been like under Brian Smith. But there's young Jimmy, so we've seen 3 golds from the girls at Kashmir, so we'll see what the young Jimmy from the foot of the Port Hills can manage here. Also looking at Jamison McConaughey, he's coming back from a little bit of sickness actually, so great to see him in the final. He's the under-17 champ from last year, just like Tegan O'Dwyer in the girls 18 single. He's got the Laszlo boat that he won last year. Mr. Dimock from Maclean's College, an absolute racer, so an out-and-out racer.
I like the fact he's had the haircut, he's had the number 1, man. He is aerodynamic. Aerodynamics do kick in at about the 17 kilometres an hour. And so what can the big man do? He will be aggressive. He's a hard man, so, and that's what it requires. And a lot of pressure also on the coaches. We've got Craig Martin coaching out of Tauhara. We've got Richard G and Nicola Austin coaching Tauranga Boys. Paddy Dowling coaching the Carter Baxter out of St Thomas, and Brian Smith, Liam Parker involved with the Timaru program, and Josh Bartlett. We mentioned Joe Young and Matt Allen with Kashmir High School. Alan Vester and Martin O'Brien with Maclean's.
Carter Baxter having a bit of trouble with his dongle there. So they'll hold on to those so they don't have to tap their blades around constantly and kind of tire themselves out. Especially in a single, it's quite easy to wear your forearms out, well, in sculling in general, just because it's really easy to over grip the handle and wear your forearms. Carter Baxter, an under-17 actually, so he was in the under-17 single. He's in the under-18 final as well, alongside lane 1. Tauhara College's Joseph Williams, coached by Craig Martin out of Taupua. I don't quote me on this, but I believe this might be it's definitely Tauhara's first A final down in Twizel, but I'm not sure. It could be Tauhara's first A final at a Maadi Cup. So we'll see how Joseph Williams goes. He missed out in the 17 single final, and here he is in the 18 single final as the boys have let go of their ropes and they're ready to run.
And we do get underway in this under-18 single sculls, brought to you by AJ Hackett Bungee. The A final, and getting out very quickly, will be Jimmy Middleditch in lane 5. And also a very good start across there in lane 3, coming from Carter Baxter out of St Thomas of Canterbury in the red boat. He's taken it out very quickly, looking to try and just establish that lead early, possibly ask some questions of everybody else, maybe just sow a little seed of doubt. Some of these rowers maybe through that first 250 metres might just be thinking, oh, I don't feel that good at the moment, hoping they do come right. Lane 5, it is Jimmy Middleditch. Lane 7, it is Matthew O'Meara, coached by Dylan Davis and Jack McLaughlin. So it is game on in this prestigious under-18 singles race.
Yeah, Carter Baxter's an out-and-out racer, just like all these boys are, but Carter has been very, very unafraid of leading racing out here this week, so it's unsurprising to see Carter putting his foot down off the start to see what he can do. He's got almost just nudging out to clear water on Jimmy Middleditch. Jimmy's done a really good job of watching him through the week. I've been here since Monday, and he's been watching him through the progressive races. He's been very, very conscious of his energy output through the quarters and the semis here. So I'm looking forward to seeing a fully motivated and a fully unleashed Jimmy Middleditch here from Kashmir.
Yeah, just starting to get that bow and comfortably into second place, maybe just a boat length behind here at the moment, the athlete out of St Thomas of Canterbury. And I think one thing we can say is that you got to train this way. So if your race plan is to go out hard and look to hold on, then you need to show your body in training how to do that. You cannot train one way, turn up and race another way. It will not end up well for you. As we come past Alcatraz there at the 500 metre mark, it is still the red boat. It is still the red sled of Carter Baxter, who continues to lead. Struggling a little bit with the pace is Joseph Williams out of Tauhara College across there in lane 1. You just still sense that as a very measured approach here by James Dimock out of Maclean's College as well. Just sitting, poised, just waiting in lane 6.
Yeah, and we look at the fastest qualifiers there. The South Island champ from Timaru Boys, the South Canterbury's Josh Bartlett. So Josh, we've seen the Timaru boys in the last few days. They don't sometimes start the fastest, but they're extremely tough and they really do row well in the second half. So we'll keep an eye on Bartlett because a lot can happen here as we get a bit of a lineup. Dimock's about to roll up and maybe snag the lead off Carter Baxter, bringing along Jimmy Middleditch as well as Matt O'Meara. He's not to be denied. He's a very quick boy out of John McGlashan out of Dunedin as we get a bit of a close up there. Jameson McConaughey travelling well as well in lane 2 right alongside. So here comes Dimock and the 2016 Olympians, Isaac Granger out of Auckland Rowing Club and Edgewater College. There's lane 5, Jimmy Middleditch rowing out of Kashmir. So Dimock from Maclean's and the Isaac Granger there. Paddy Dowling's the coach for St Thomas's Canterbury boy Carter Baxter, and also 2016 Olympian Nathan Flannery out of St Thomas's of Canterbury.
So Maclean's College, great to have their representation. Fantastic school, of produced some very good athletes over the years. Barbara Kendall came out of that school, as did Aaron McIntosh, both windsurfing. Aaron McIntosh, a bronze medalist, called Barbara Kendall, won the full set, the gold, the silver and the bronze. Ryan Sissons, also coming out of that, recent triathlete.
Keep an eye there, Tauranga Boys College just edging into frame there, lane 2. Jameson, he knows how to row. He's been a bit sick, but we'll see what he can muster here. Mahi Drasgold-esque in the 2008 Olympics. So Jameson from Tauranga Boys carving up, and here comes Bartlett, and also on the outside, Matt O'Meara, the boy from Dunedin, but it is Mr. Dimock from Maclean's as he's just getting past Carter Baxter, who's doing a really stellar job holding on there, but we've got this flotilla, an armada arriving from Timaru, Tauranga and John McGlashan.
Talk to us about the different techniques here. Let's talk about James Dimock here from Maclean's, who's currently leading. Let's go across and look at the form then of Carter Baxter. What do you notice, seeing the contrast in technique? I mean, we'll be looking at it at home thinking, well, it looks similar, but you understand the subtleties.
We see the Maclean's guys, they were at St George along with the Glendowie guys. They're very... they like to tick their boat over a lot, so they use rating to their advantage a lot. So you can see Dimock's out rating most of the field, actually. He's just sitting a little bit higher. He's just like cadence running. He's just taking more steps, essentially. Carter Baxter's done a really good job, but I feel like he's about to find out under 18 sculling is going to become really, really quick in this last 750.
We've got Matthew O'Meara here in lane 7 out of John McGlashan. He's just been almost stealth. You sense we're not quite in line here, but possibly he's just moved into the silver medal position. Now, if he can get his bow ball up here on the stern of James Dimock out of Maclean's College, it is game on. He looks like the rower at the moment who's got the momentum, who hasn't clearly burnt too many matches through that first 1,250 metres.
Yeah, if you're going to want to win this, you're going to have to go now, because Dimock is like, he's got his tail up, he's got all the momentum in the world. Bartlett, like I said, he's moving through slowly and meticulously from Timaru boys. Keep an eye on Jameson McConaughey, he's up for a medal, but now Jimmy and Matt from John McGlashan and Kashmir are going to have to move back on Dimock if they want to take this Charlie Stapp Cup in the 18 single. But Dimock doing a really great job. He's laid his cards down about the 1K, and now he's got to catch me if you can sort of deal with this 500 remaining.
Well, O'Meara, though, you just see that bow coming up. You say, though, as we do say that, Dimock just fighting back. Dimock just says, yep, I am prepared to suffer. I know how to hurt. This is what I do. This is why I wake up every morning. If you're going to beat me, I am going to make you go to the darkest place you can imagine, and let's see if you can stay there, and good luck to you, because that lead is staying the same. Just looking to try and extend it. Really good race here for second at the moment. Good performance performance again from Jimmy Middleditch out of Cashmere High School. But just now, half a boat length, he drops back behind the rower out of John McGlashan College and Matthew O'Meara. It's really coming down to Matthew O'Meara. It is James Dimock, and now Timaru starting to make their move as well, and that is Josh Bartlett across there in lane 4.
Yeah, Dimock only just went down to Bartlett in the semi-final. They both did 7:24, but on the 10th of a splits, Dimock just went down to Bartlett. So Dimock is coming with a heap of speed. He's one of the fastest qualifiers despite being on an outside lane. Matt O'Meara fighting really hard, but like I said, those Timaru boys are tough. They're bred tough in South Canterbury, and Bartlett's rolling through with 250 to roll, and he's about to take the silver medal position off Matt O'Meara and launch his assault on Dimock from McLean's, who's got clear water now. We'll see what Bartlett's got in the tank. Dimock's played his cards. Can he hang on for gold against Timaru boys, McLean's College?
Yeah, so it is James Dimock, coached by Alan Vester. Martin O'Brien out of McLean's, who's got a boat length lead in looking strong. But look at the fast finishing here of Timaru out of Josh Bartlett. He really does have the bit between his teeth, looking to just try and bring it home. He now comes within a boat length, but look at the turnover coming here. You cannot explain just how much hurt James Dimock is in at the moment. He wants this. I think he's got it. He's still got the bow nice and high out of the water. Wonderful race developing, but I think it is going to be McLean's College James Dimock. He will go down this year as the best overall rower at this program. Good race coming now from Cashmere. So it will be Dimock. He will take the gold medal. It'll be across there. It'll be Bartlett who will pick up the silver, and it will be a bronze, I think, to Jimmy Middleditch of Cashmere possibly.
Oh, fantastic. Right up the castle from McLean's in the Isaac Granger. James Dimock. Congratulations, Alan Vester and Martin O'Brien. What a race.
Great performance from him, wasn't it? Boy, he is tough. He is tough.
He laid it all out there, the 1KA, and then he's just like, well, this is me. If you're going to have to win this, you're going to have to come through me, because he was a length up. Credit to Josh Bartlett, just probably started a little bit too slow, unfortunately, but showing through for another silver and another great performance for Timaru boys. So proud coaches Brian Smith, Lee and Parker get it done there from South Canterbury. And we're going to have to go to the photo because Jimmy Middleditch unleashed in that last 100 metres to try and run down Matt O'Meara for the bronze. So we'll have to wait for the results to come out there. But congratulations to the red, white and blue of McLean's College, James Dimock. That might be a first for the school, taking out that. Actually, no, maybe Ryan Gass, who's the under-23 reserve. He was a nifty sculler in his school days and still is. So
they've had some great old boys when you go back through McLean's College, and you go a couple of very good cricketers, and Brooke Walker and also Kyle Mills, Mark Weldon, who ended up swimming at the 92 Olympics.
I'll just wait for those results to come through to clarify the bronze medal between Cashmere and John McGlashan. But what a race from all those boys. A lot of chopping and changing of positions and leads, and that's that chess match we talk about when it comes to single sculling. It's just so much speed to be gained and lost in a very short amount of time just with one person in the boat. So some very great sculling there. You see, Dimock was just rating a little bit higher than everyone else. Just like, that's just his style. It's not like anyone else is doing anything wrong. But really interesting to see him ticking it over like that. And he just put his foot down at the K and just laid it out there. So credit to him, because it's a gutsy move knowing what talent lies for him. We go to the results though. McLean's, Timaru and John McGlashan snatches it by 2/100ths of a second for a bronze medal.
2/100ths of a second. There you go. Unbelievable. Cashmere High School, boy, you do have to feel for Cashmere High School. What a moment that is. I mean, just the smallest of margins. They would have gone to the photo to separate that too as well, folks. And wow, that is unbelievable. And, you know, Jimmy Middleditch, fourth by 2/100ths of a second, missing out a place on the podium. But an absolute class act. What a program Cashmere